What is up, guys? Welcome back. We are into week 3 of 2018, and this is my third video. 2 weeks down, 50 weeks left to go. If you're doing the New Year's resolutions, just keep grinding, keep going. One thing that happened this week was I was joking around with somebody because they kind of did something out of the ordinary. You know, this is a person who, is a good person, does everything right all the time, and they messed up, made a mistake, and I was on their case joking to them, giving them a hard time. It got me thinking, in society, we can do the right thing every time. We can do good, we can do everything right and be a good person, and the one time we make a mistake, that's what we focus on. Like, why do we do that? Like, why was I so quick to jump on this person's case and give them a hard time when they made a mistake, but yet I don't jump at the chance to tell them they're doing great. We're better about picking out what's wrong with each other and what we're doing wrong than telling us what we're doing good. Like, we all like hearing we're doing a good job. We all like hearing nice things about us. It makes us feel good, and it kind of reassures us. When we hear about the bad things, it's like, of course, I guess we got to accept criticism. That's true. But at the same time, it's like, why are we always so quick to jump on about the bad stuff? It got me thinking, though, like, what can we do to kind of change this, or at least within your inner circle, like, and with yourself? Because I feel like sometimes we do this with ourselves as well. We're so quick to point out what we're doing wrong, point out what's wrong with us, the bad, and we need to change our minds. We need to regroup up here. Enough negative vibe, good vibes only, you know it. 2018, come on, somebody hear me out. But seriously, it's like, let's stop focusing in on the wrong and the bad and the ugly, and let's start focusing in on the good. Every day you wake up in the morning, tell yourself something good. What is something good about today? What is something good about you? At the end of the day, what is something good? What is something good you did today? What is something good that happened today? What is something good that you saw today, that you witnessed? It seems like we're forgetting how to be happy. So do that more often. I challenge you. Know that you're great. If nobody's told you in a while, you are great. You're a great person. Okay? Not just because you're watching this video, but that is definitely something that makes you pretty great. But, yeah. So let's start spreading the love again, start spreading the joy, start spreading the compliments, and picking each other up. Because, if we just zone in on the bad, or when we do something wrong, or the mistakes, it's only going to bring people down. Why kick them when they're down? You know what I mean? Like, if you're like me, when I make a mistake, I'm like the hardest person on myself. And so I don't need other people being hard on me. Like, I know I messed up. I know I need to do better. I know I need to get better at this. I don't need to hear it anymore. Some of us are like that. So if somebody's like that, you really don't need to push them down anymore. And rather change it up. Encourage them, as opposed to knocking them down. Encourage them. Let them know, hey, yeah, hey, it's okay, man. Like, you messed up this time, but look, all these other times you did great. All these, you're usually spot on. We need to be more zoned in on the positive. Stop focusing in on the negative. Stop noticing every time we're doing something wrong, and let's start telling people to do something right. I don't know if we're worried that it's going to get to our heads, and so we don't want anybody to feel like they're lifted onto a pedestal. I don't know what the heck we're afraid of as a society, of telling people they're doing great things. It sounds outrageous to me, but as soon as they do something bad, we're all on it. So let's try to change that up and stop focusing on the bad. Focus on the good. Just when especially if you're on the brink of falling off, you're on the brink of shutting down, just remind yourself that you are worthy, you are valued, and you just keep going. Keep on going. Know you're worth something. Know that it's not all bad out there. And if you find yourself surrounded by nothing but negativity, nothing but people who are going to focus in on those bad things, well, you need to find a new group of people, because that does you no good. We're all good about pointing out our flaws. That's for damn sure. Pointing out what's great about us doesn't seem to be our specialty. So maybe we should try to change that. And again, if you need to change your group up, change out who you're around, do it. Because you need to be reminded of what's great about you, what you do right. We're going to have enough bad that we don't need to focus on it any more than we already have to. Find people who are going to remind you how great you are, how amazing you are, when you don't feel so amazing. or whenever you're a little bit down, or when you find yourself making mistakes. That's okay. We need that reminder sometimes. And don't forget to remind yourself too. Because yeah, we want other people to tell us we're great, but you gotta know you're great. You gotta tell yourself you're great. So remind yourself. So that's my encouraging word for today. Let's stop focusing on the negative. Focus more on the positive. Surround yourself with positive people, positive vibes, and let's just make it happen. Let's change the way we do this thing. So, and on the flip side, you know, not just necessarily when you're the target, but if you know somebody, you see somebody mess up, instead of get on their case about, hey, you did this wrong, why don't you be the first person to pick them up? Be the first person to encourage them. Be the first person to remind them that even though they messed up this time, they've been great all the other times. A little bit of a challenge there for you. I hope that kind of encourages you. Go tell people that you appreciate them. Go tell people how great they are. Remind them of their value. Remind yourself of your value. And let's all feel great. All focus on the positive. Thank you so much for watching. This was week 3. I will see you next week. Y'all have a great week. Make it great. Remind yourself you're great. We are all great.